Hey everyone, I am here with a process video. I am actually using this process video as my entry for the Victoria Marie Facebook group challenge that I'm hosting this Wednesday. So I'm doing the Wednesday hump day challenge, and my challenge is going to be to do or to scrapbook a layout that of something that you are proud of or excited about, something that happened this year that you accomplished this year, just to give yourself a reminder of something that you've done. And this goes along with those that are doing like the one little word, or just your people that at the beginning of the year you have your goals, and a lot of times midway through the year we kind of forget about them or get bored with them. So it's always nice to go back and just try and remember what it was that you wanted to accomplish this year, and what did you actually do. So to go back and actually look at that, and if you don't have anything, some people don't like to do New Year's resolutions or the one little word project, or something similar. That's why I thought to leave it open to just something you are really excited about that happened this year, just to give kind of an overview of what it was, and just kind of remind yourself of something great that happened this year. So for me, one of the things that I did this year that I didn't really plan to do, but it happened, and I actually, it does relate to some of my resolutions or my goals with one little word, but it wasn't something I had planned. It just kind of happened, and I'm so glad that it did. So I actually started the Couch to 5K program, and it's a tough program for me. I think it's tough for a lot of people, but especially for me, because I have a lot of weight to lose, and I know that there are people that are able to do it, whether you're my size, bigger, smaller. I know it can be a challenge, but for me, I've always wanted to run. I always thought I would be happy as a runner. I just never thought I could actually do it. So it's something that I'm really proud of, and I know that I'm not perfect with it, and it's taking me a long time to get through it. I will go for 3-4 weeks on a specific week with the challenge, and I'm okay with that. I'm really proud of myself for as far as I've come. And so I found this quote, and I thought it fit perfectly, because it says, "The only person you should try to be better than is the person you were yesterday." And I think about that a lot with this running, because I've even had people look at me like, "You're running?" like they can't believe it, or it surprises them because of my size. But I'm not trying to be them, and I'm not trying to some people will have a goal to be running a 5K within 6 months on the program, or even less. But for me, my goal is to hopefully be able to run one maybe next time this year. And so that means I would have been doing the program for like a year and a half. And as long as I am bettering who I am, I'm happy with it. As long as I'm trying to be a better me every day, I'm not trying to compare myself to other people. So that was a really long-winded explanation of what my layout's about, but it really is the first pictures that I took when I started this goal. And at the time that I started the Couch to 5K, I didn't necessarily have a treadmill available to me, so I started it by walking, but outside, and it doesn't, for me, it's much harder for me to do it outside right now. So I was able to get the treadmill that we have in our basement going, and so I was able to start out with that pretty quickly into the program. But this first night I had actually done it outside, so I took a picture of me before I left the house, and then right as I was walking down the driveway, I took a picture of my feet. Excuse me. So that's what this picture is, and I did start this back in June, so it's been a while that I've been working on it, and I've had my ups and downs with it, but I always feel like I'm moving forward. When I was doing this layout, I really struggled with the colors. I went back and forth with different colors and pattern paper, and I really wanted to use that kind of faded green to blue. I was trying to go with kind of a theme that I had that month, some inspiration that I was using, and I was really struggling, and I'm not exactly sure why, because these are all colors that I like to work with. But in the end, I really like the way it turned out. I'm happy with it. So, and I'm using, let's see, so I did put I cut the quote out of my silhouette, and I had to play with that a little bit to get the right size and to get it all down, but it worked out, fit pretty well. I'm using that one that I'm playing with right now is just one of those little epoxy dots that I made myself, and it says from this moment on. And then there's a flare button off to the side there that I'm going to put right in that area just because there is a little bit of a gap, and it's just a heart with some pink circles around it. I believe that came in a Scraptastic kit at one point, and I was really happy because I'm going to use this rub-on up. I believe that was the last rub-on in that pack, and it says never forget. And for me, it's about never forgetting really kind of how I feel right now. So proud of myself every time I finish a run. I'm so proud of myself, no matter how hard it was to do, or whether it's taking me longer to get through the challenge or each week's runs. I'm always so proud of myself when I get done. Alright, so I'm going to add the flare there. And I think at this point I might have been, I did video this a little while back, but I might have been struggling with the colors at this point, so I wasn't really sure what to put on it. The colors do stay though. So I did the journaling, and I made a mistake, and I'm showing you how I fixed it. So you know how when there's a word that you just know you're going to spell wrong, so you're careful, but then you spell it wrong? That's what I was doing with the word beginning, and I can't remember what I did. I think I spelled I think I skipped like an I-N in the middle or something. It was awful. So I just took a piece of washi tape and kind of tore it so that it would fit on top of there, and then I used a marker that is one of those that doesn't smear, and just wrote the word on top of the washi, so you can hardly even tell. You can tell if you look close, but it's really not a big deal. Alright, and I think that's kind of what I decided to do, is just go off camera and just do the journaling. And I also stamped right there at the bottom of the journaling, says hello beginning. But I think I went off camera and just tried to do something other than embellishments because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. And lately, I don't know about you guys, but I have so much wood veneer, and I've noticed over the past, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 months that I haven't been really using it. Like, I keep forgetting it's an option for an embellishment. And I'm not sure why. I don't know if it's just because it's not trendy anymore, but it seems like it's still trendy, so I'm not sure why I keep forgetting to use it. But as soon as I think of it, I'm like, oh yeah. So then I grab that, and I love my wood veneer, especially my stars and the hearts and the arrows and stuff. So when I get to use that on a page, I always feel like it's I feel like I'm actually embellishing. And then of course I always end up doing enamel dots. I think the dots make everything look better. And there was the kit that I had made for that month, and I wasn't super thrilled with it, so I didn't get as many layouts done. I think I did a terrible job picking the papers, and I think that's why I struggled. So here's the dots that I picked, and of course I'm going to put them on there. You know, it's kind of a simple layout. There's a lot of time went into building the phrase and putting that on the page, but for the most part, I think, you know, it's a simple layout, but for me, it tells a big story in my life at this time, so it's a really important one. So I'm really glad that I did it. I believe that is the end, so I'm going to show a few close-ups, and there are some still shots coming up too. So I just want to say thank you for watching, and I hope you come join us in the challenge over at the Victoria Marie Facebook group. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.